Customer Experience Management. A Handbook to Acquire and Retain Valuable Customers. Muhammad Farooq. P. An Ultimate Guide for Customer-Centric Organizations, Startups, Customer Centricity Teachers and Trainers. P. Preface. I love writing and helping others. I feel satisfied when I see startups growing. Following my advice. I am doing consultancy work since last 8 years and working with startups around the world as an independent consultant. I always felt my services are limited to well-established companies and some new startups. As a consultant, I can advise maximum up to 100 people at the individual level. I was looking for a way to reach the wider audience and sharing my learnings with them. This first thing, which came to my mind, was writing a book. The book about the problems which startup founders and well-established companies face. Based on my experience of working with well-established companies like Etisalat, Telenor Group, China Mobile, Maxis, SmartEnds and multiple small startups, as an advisor I decided to write about the most challenging issues businesses face. I worked in data analytics, strategy, customer value management, and customer experience domain and helped many startups in pitching their unique value, which helped them in getting funds. Yet, the decision of writing about the first book was difficult. I wanted to write about something which is the lifeblood and heart of the business, a formula which worked for all my clients. Does not matter, the company is well established, or a new startup. One thing works for everyone. That is the customer experience management. IV. Some people confuse the customer experience and customer service. Therefore, I started this book with the definition of customer experience. Customer experience is the expectations and perception of a customer about a company in general, particularly about its products, services, employees and processes which customer experiences during his interactions with the company. Customer experience is something proactive. Customer experience is making sure while designing the products that customers should not face any problem. In this book, one recommend companies to do the journey mapping before launching any product. I explained in the book how Facebook and WhatsApp do not have a helpline. Still, customers are satisfied with them. In contrast, the telecom companies having call centers and multiple customer centricity platforms cannot get the satisfaction of customers as the satisfaction of one small app like WhatsApp, which has eaten $368 billion revenue of telecom companies just because of providing a great customer experience. This book has 3 parts, and the first part explains what customer experience management is and how it is different compared to the customer service. The second part of the book explains why customer experience management is important. With my experience in multiple companies, I have given examples with every concept. In this book, you will realize that whenever something goes wrong, only 3% customer complain about the service. Most of the traditional service companies only answer the complaints without knowing that 97% customer leaves without complaining. In the book, one have given examples of how Apple, Facebook, and Amazon care about this aspect of customer experience. The third part of the book explains the way how companies can improve the customer experience. I have explained with my experience that most of the companies focus on symptoms and only resolve the symptoms of the problems. Companies do not focus on the root cause of the problems. The drawback of focusing on symptoms is that the symptoms appear again and again. This is the reason that some companies have a complaint center. The count of continuity of the complaints is consistent month-wise. The worst part is many companies have accepted this thing. They feel this is how it works. Their call center teams have the key performing indicator KPI to deal with a certain count of complaints. The reality is, because of this approach, they are fueling the root cause to happen. I have written in my book that only 7% of the complaints go the origin of the complaint, the point where the problem is occurring. The reason why we have fewer complaints with Facebook, Google, and Amazon are that the complaint goes directly to complaint origin and gets resolved. I expect every business student and company employee from a small level to CEO must read this book. This book is written for you. It addresses you and your business problem. The best part of the book you will find is it directly addresses you. I hope this book will be helpful for you in 2019 and onward. I am myself learning things and trying to approach as many people as possible. I would love to get in touch with you. You can write me an email at farooq.boozdar2@gmail.com. I am a regular user of social media channels like LinkedIn and ResearchGate. You can find me with the username Muhammad Farooq on ResearchGate and username Muhammad Farooq Boozdar on LinkedIn. I also have my Facebook page Farooq Boozdar and Twitter page Farooq Boozdar, where you can follow me and share your ideas. I am looking forward to hearing from you. V. Dedication. This book is dedicated to my loving and caring family. V. Contents. Preface E. 1. What is customer experience management? 1. 2. Why customer experience management is important. 7. 2.1 The customer can stop buying. 9. 2.2 Customer's opinion is more valuable. 2.4 The customer 2.6 Get out of the short-term mindset. The key is to set realistic customer expectations and then not to just meet them but to exceed them, preferably in unexpected and helpful ways. Richard Branson. Short-term focus, achieving monthly revenues. Follow a flow, start with small. Make a customer, not a sale. Catherine Barchetti. In my experience of working as a customer experience manager at China Mobile and working as an independent consultant in multiple startups, I have observed one thing. People want to do bigger things all at once. We forget that nature, like the smoothness. You will never observe the abruption in any natural process. Same as human psyche. Organization struggles a lot to adopt the sudden changes. The culture is one of the most important things to change as per HR professional. Therefore, while changing the process, it is recommended to do it stepwise within employees.